This particular exercise I'm setting up will pretty clearly illustrate key focus of today's video. In the initial setup, I'm finding the right tension. This would be about the equivalent of 25 to 30 pounds. It's a pretty stout band, but I'm not trying to over-exert myself. We're not really looking for hypertrophic training in this sort of a ballistic movement. The whole idea here is not necessarily to get bigger, but to engage the muscles that really aid in speed. As my weight shifts back, my heel rises off the ground, and I'm trying to drive or plant the heel pretty aggressively and quickly back down into the ground, but I'm initiating this by firing the hips. Initially here, I'm just kind of initiating the feeling of driving through the shot with the hips, just with some shadow strokes. I feel like this is a great tool that's kind of underutilized. The barrier to injury is so easy. You can do shadow strokes at the house. It doesn't require a field, it doesn't require a disc, but really kind of getting the feel for whatever physical element of the throw you're trying to get dialed in on this. This is very much the difference between sport and academic focus. You're comparing motor learning versus mental learning. If there was a book out there to become Roger Federer, everyone would read the book and become very successful in tennis or whatever sport, whatever pursuit they wanted. But getting bogged down in the thought process of what you were trying to accomplish can tend to be a bit of an obstacle. Really go out in your practice sessions, in your field work, and kind of try and get the feel, really teach your body, not your mind, what you're trying to accomplish. Here I'm pretty happy because we set up a cone at exactly 500 feet, and I threw around 10 to 15 feet past it on the first throw after a pretty good warm-up. Here again, I'm going to get into at least one more shadow stroke in the video. I find in a practice session, you really can get into a bit of analysis to the point of paralysis. Here today, during my field work, I had just one focus, and it's really pretty hard to master any one thing if you have 4 or 5 different elements that you're trying to work on. It's kind of hard to allow your body and your athleticism to work if you're constantly in your mind. One huge recommendation that I can make is find a particular element of the throw that you're really connecting with, or you're finding positive results from, and go out and really try and get that dialed in, but just focus on that one thing. I hope this video helped. Please do check back. I will be releasing quite a few more videos of this nature, kind of getting into the more technical aspects of the swing.
Boom.